Before gods, there was only the dark, and the dark did not feel empty. It felt alive. Something watched from beyond the fire. The world had no names back then. Then one night, someone stopped breathing, and humans asked the first impossible question. Where did he go? That question may have created belief, only warmth and the endless cold. This is the night that made us believe. Maybe fear was our first teacher. Long before words for sky or soul, humans already feared the unseen. Night was bigger than anything they knew. Each night could have ended them, and every sound could mean death, a snapped branch, a breath, a shape. They never felt truly alone. The clues suggest fear shaped the mind, fear that something stood just out of sight, and still they refused to sleep alone, and maybe that fear kept them alive. So they watched the dark and waited. The dark was never just darkness. Predators learned that night hid them too. To early humans, every shadow could bite. They could not see what hunted them. Every rustle became a living threat, so the mind filled the dark with monsters. Maybe that was the first invisible enemy. Thunder cracked the sky like a warning. They had no word for storm. They could not name what they feared, so the sky itself seemed angry, something powerful, something alive, something above. The clues suggest they sensed a presence with no face. The wind carried voices not there. At night, the forest spoke in sounds. Each cry could be the last. They huddled close and trusted the flame, because beyond the light was the unknown, and the unknown never stopped watching. Maybe the first ghosts were the wind. Maybe this is where spirits were born, an idea older than any temple. Then they found their first weapon, fire. Fire pushed the darkness back. For the first time, the dark retreated. The first spark felt like pure magic, and humans felt something new, safety. Fire became more than warmth and light. It became a guardian in the night. They guarded it like a living thing. Light gave their faces back to them. If the fire died, fear returned. So someone always watched the flame. The clues suggest fire changed everything. Around it, they finally felt protected. They learned the flame could punish too. And protection feels a lot like power. Maybe fire was their first sacred thing. They circled it. They fed it. They feared it. To keep the dark from coming back. So they treated it with awe. But fire could not stop everything. It could not bring the breathing back. One morning, the still one would not wake. They shook him. He did not move. His body was here, but he was gone. Where does the breath go? They had seen animals fall and stay. This was the first impossible question. Death made no sense to them. The clues suggest grief changed the mind. They had felt loss before with hunger, but this was one of their own. But this loss had no return. So they did something strange and new. They did not leave him to the dark. They made a place just for him. They waited for him to wake. Maybe the first grave was the first prayer. They covered him, but not their questions. Why him? Why now? Where now? No answer came from the silent ground. So they looked up and inward for answers. Morning came, he did not. And that night, sleep brought something impossible. The dead were about to return. In the dream, the dead one walked again. He looked alive, he looked real. He spoke without sound, and the watcher understood. But how could the gone be here? In sleep, the impossible felt real. Then the watcher woke. The fire was cold. The grave was still closed, yet he had just seen the dead. Maybe the dead were not fully gone. He heard a voice he had buried. Maybe a part of him still lived somewhere. The clues suggest dreams created the soul, a second self that sleep could visit. Others began to dream of the dead too. They shared the dreams at morning fire. Dreams felt like a door elsewhere. Many had seen the same lost faces, so the dead became visitors, not just memories. And visitors can be welcomed or feared. Maybe this is how spirits were imagined. The line between sleep and death blurred. Maybe the dead lived just beyond it. And belief crept a little closer. But a feeling needs a shape to share. To share a fear, they had to show it. The first mark was just a line, then a hand pressed in red. A mark outlasts the one who made it. It said, I was here, I am real. Then shapes for the things they feared. A drawing could be controlled. The clues suggest images gave fear a name. They drew what words could not hold. What you can draw, you can face. They drew the sky, the storm, the sun, and maybe they drew the unseen ones, a shape for the presence in the dark. Each symbol carried a piece of meaning. Now fear had a face they made. Symbols turned chaos into something they knew. And what we know, we fear a little less. Maybe these were the first sacred images. Now the unseen could be pointed at, but one believer is only a beginning. Belief grows strongest when it is shared. Alone, a fear is just a feeling. Together, a fear becomes a story. One pointed at the wall and spoke. One voice became many, then one again. The others listened, then they believed. A shared story is stronger than one mind. They began to act it out together. The clues suggest ritual bound them tight. The young copied what the old believed. They moved the same. They felt the same. One belief now lived in many hearts. The elder led them with old gestures. They gave the unseen offerings of fire. Belief gave the weak borrowed strength, maybe to ask for safety and food. And when the hunt went well, they thanked it. Belief became the glue of the tribe. It told them who they were together. Together, they were no longer prey. A shared belief gave them shared courage, and courage is what kept them alive. Belief was not only comfort in the dark, it gave them reasons to keep going. When winter starved them, hope held on. Belief gave them patience for winter. They told stories of those who returned. Belief said, "Endure and you will be seen." A watched life feels worth protecting. It told them suffering had a meaning. The clues suggest belief boosted survival itself. Groups that believed cooperated and lasted. Fear of the unseen made them careful. Caution kept more of them alive. Those who believed together hunted together. Belief turned a scared mind into a planning one. Maybe faith and survival grew together. The believers raised the next believers and shared what the land gave, and the story never truly died. If ancient nights like this grip you, stay with Primal Echoes. Their belief outlived their bones because it lived on in their children. Belief did not just comfort, it saved, and in their children's children, still. That ancient fear never really left us. You feel it when the lights go out. The dark still feels like it is watching. You have felt it. Walking home at night, we still freeze at a sound at night. The same instinct, the same ancient question. What is out there, beyond the light? We built temples, gods, and holy names. That prickle on the back of your neck. But it all began on a dark night, with one body that would not wake, and one question we still cannot answer. Where do we go when the breathing stops? The same fear, thousands of years old. We may never truly know, but every human still asks it. The same fear, the same fragile fire, the same dark, just past the light. The night still asks the oldest question. That echo is older than every god, and it still lives quietly in you. Tonight, when your lights go out, listen to the dark and remember them. For more ancient nights, stay with Primal Echoes. And inside, you still answer it. Subscribe and never face the dark alone.